Bun găsit, doamnelor, domnilor! Deschidem o rubrică nouă aici la Observatorul Prahovean, așa cum ați văzut, tratamente medicale de top în Turcia. Alături de mine, pentru a discuta despre ceea ce înseamnă profesionalismul medical, despre ceea ce înseamnă servicii de top oferite de către medicii din Turcia, se află domnul doctor Murat Gülseven, căruia o să-i spun bine ați venit, hoş geldiniz.
Hoş geldiniz, yes, exactly right. Hoş bulduk, çok teşekkürler. Mulțumesc foarte mult.
Și eu vă mulțumesc pentru prezență, domnule doctor. Discuția, doamnelor, domnilor, se va purta în limba engleză. O să fac tot posibilul pentru ca dumneavoastră să înțelegeți exact ce are de transmis domnul doctor, care este specialist în ceea ce privește anestezia și terapia intensivă. Și vă mai spun despre invitatul meu următoarele lucruri. Este fondator al proiectului www.tratamente-turcia.ro, manager al unei instituții medicale românești, a practicat profesia de medic generalist în spitale medicale private, clinici și companii de turism medical. Mr. Murat Gülseven, thank you again for being here, and tell me please about this idea, this website www.treatment-turkey.ro.
First of all, I have to tell thanks for your kind invitation.
You're welcome.
The idea behind of this website, approximately 2 years ago, I started to live in Romania.
Acum 2 ani, domnul doctor s-a stabilit în România.
When I start to work in here as a doctor, I decided to help the people they need further investigation and treatments in Turkey.
Și s-a hotărât, evident, să ajute oamenii de aici, din România, cu tot ceea ce înseamnă investigații, tratamente specifice Turciei.
As you know, in Turkey, I had lots of experiences in private medical sector, also in state medical sector.
Domnul doctor are o mare experiență în ceea ce privește atât sistemul medical de stat, cât și sistemul medical privat.
I work in lots of different places in that medical system.
A lucrat evident în diverse locuri în ceea ce privește sistemul medical. Practic, experiența domniei sale este una foarte vastă.
As you said, I am a specialist of anesthesia and reanimation, but I didn't work only as an anesthetist in the medical system. Also, I work as a builder, founder, and know-how in different categories. I work in the medical system at Turkey.
Nu s-a ocupat doar de ceea ce înseamnă anestezie și terapie intensivă. Iată, este și fondator, așa cum spuneam, al acestui website, care practic include mai multe centre medicale de acolo din Istanbul. We talk about lots of medical centers there in Istanbul.
Yes,
not only one.
As you know, there are lots of medical centers. Actually, in our private medical sector, there are lots of big hospital groups. In Turkey, these big hospital groups also they have their own medical college, medical faculties, their own medical colleges for the nursing, for everything. And then they have very good oncological center, they have robotic surgery centers and something like that. As you know, in Turkey we are using sophisticated and then further techniques in the medical field.
Da, sunt specializați acolo în Turcia, există colegii medicali, există facultăți, există tehnologie avansată pe care o folosesc medicii și tot ceea ce înseamnă personal medical acolo în Turcia, extrem de avansată toată procedura aceasta pe care eu o folosesc.
As I said, I didn't work only as an anesthetist, also I work as a manager in the administration, in the administrative fields, in the lots of categories in the medical sector. When I come here, as I said I decided to help the people. When I come here, I decided to carry my experiences to the Romania.
Când a ajuns domnul doctor aici în România, vă spuneam acum 2 ani, s-a hotărât să aducă tot ceea ce înseamnă experiența pe care domnia sa o are aici în România. Why did you decide to do that? De ce a hotărât să facă asta?
I saw lots of cases here, serious cases, the cancer patients or in any other fields. For example, some people needs the IVF, some people needs any other treatments. And then I see here there are some, of course, the costs are important for the patients, and everybody is thinking this type of private treatments can be much more expensive in Turkey, but it is not actually.
A văzut cazuri grave aici în România, s-a referit domnul doctor inclusiv la ceea ce înseamnă pacienți cu cancer și vrea să vă lămurească, să spun așa, că prețurile de acolo, din Turcia, nu sunt deloc ceva de domeniul, nu știu, fantasticului sau ceva de neatins, ci sunt accesibile oricărei categorii de persoane.
And I wanted to create a new offer or alternative solution for the patients.
Și a vrut, evident, să ofere pacienților de aici din România ceea ce înseamnă alternativă în ceea ce privește serviciile medicale.
And then I decided to work with some of my friends. One of them is the advocate here. And then I decided to don't give only the medical services to the patients. Also, when the patients go to the outside of the Romania or any other country, I see, according to medical experience, they need also the support for the juridical, cum se spune în limba română, as a support for their medical rights, to protect it. We have to follow them as a contract or something like that.
Dincolo de, îmi cer scuze, dincolo de ceea ce înseamnă servicii medicale, domnul doctor Gürseven spune că practic prin intențiile pe care domnia sa le are și prin ceea ce a creat aici în România, vrea să ofere și servicii de natură juridică și suport pacienților români dincolo de ceea ce înseamnă strict aspectul medical.
I wanted to create an environment for our patients, medically safe, legally safe. Un mediu așadar pentru pacienții români, sigur atât din punct de vedere medical cât și din punct de vedere legal. Da. Also, in our company, I created a section for following these patients 24 hours if they need any kind of information when they outside of the Romania in Turkey. Also, our equipe is following them for every step, for helping them. We are contacting with their doctors. We are giving extra explanations and every explanations to the patients. I tried to create it a very safe environment for our patients.
Practic, doamnelor, domnilor, în momentul în care pacientul ajunge în Turcia, este protejat, să spun așa, 24 de ore din 24, îi se asigură asistență și consiliere și sprijin din partea personalului, așa cum spuneam, 24 de ore din 24 de către specialiștii pe care îi aveți acolo.
On the other hand,
sunteți la dispoziția, sunt medicii de acolo și personalul medical la dispoziția pacientului, practic, non-stop.
On the other hand, in our website, if the people enter our website, they will see lots of medical information with lots of disease, for lots of medical problems. I want to create a section in our website, a medical explanation site for the people. Because I know in my medical experience, the people had a curiosity for finding their problem, finding a right diagnosis for their problem, and finding a right treatment for their problem. And then also, I wanted to use our website as an archives for the people understanding their problem, finding a solution for their problem.
Practic, prin intermediul acestui website pe care vi-l mai spun o dată, www.tratamente-turcia.ro, s-a încercat asigurarea unui conținut prin care oamenii, în momentul în care accesează acest site, să găsească toate informațiile de care au nevoie, să își depisteze problemele și, bineînțeles, ulterior să contacteze personalul medical, adică nu doar să se rezume la ceea ce văd acolo pe website, dar să regăsească mare parte din problemele pe care le au și ulterior să recurgă la ceea ce înseamnă personal medical.
This is the reason me and my equipe, we are trying to increase the medical information in our website. If the patients enter and look our website, they will find lots of information for them.
Bineînțeles, așa cum vă spuneam, oamenii în momentul în care intră pe această pagină vor găsi foarte multe informații interesante care i-ar putea ajuta. What kind of information?
Different kind of medical disease, for example, orthopedic problems, hematologic problems, pneumologic problems, or cardiac problems. There are different kind of divisions. Under these divisions, we are giving some kind of samples for the medical disease, and then we are explaining what kind of treatments are applying all over the world for this disease. This is not for doctors. This website is not for doctors, but we are trying to be careful for every information understandable for the people.
Practic, acest website nu este adresat medicilor, este adresat oamenilor care nu au studii medicale. Găsesc acolo informații despre tot ceea ce înseamnă probleme medicale, pot consulta pagini ale medicilor, nu știu, oncologii, cardiologi,
surgeons, cardiovascular surgeons and other.
Pe chirurgie cardiovasculară, pe bariatric surgeons?
Bariatric surgery, for example, in obesity nowadays is very helpful for prevention from the diabetes and other complications of this type of metabolic problems. We are using the bariatric surgery. Commonly known is sleeve surgery, for example. You can find every information about this type of...
Chirurgia bariatrică, așadar, dedicată persoanelor care au probleme cu greutatea, se pot adresa așadar clinicilor.
On the other hand, if the people enter our website, they will see our telephone number. We are creating totally free second look medical information services for our patients. If the patients call our service, call our telephone number, we are trying to help them for the second look, totally free.
Practic, există și un număr de telefon pe care oamenii l-au la dispoziție, pot apela și pot primi informațiile de care ei au nevoie la orice oră din zi și din noapte. Sunt absolut gratuite aceste servicii pe care le oferiți. So, Mr. Gürseven, we have we have to let the people know that there in Istanbul you have cardiology, right?
Right.
You have plastic surgery, cardiologie, așadar, chirurgie plastică, cosmetic
surgery, aesthetic operations.
Aesthetic operations.
We have a medical center for the in vitro fertilization.
Există centre medicale pentru fertilizare in vitro.
Oncological center for example, for the brain tumor, for the lung cancer.
Centre oncologice pentru ceea ce înseamnă tumori la nivelul creierului sau pentru cancerul pulmonar.
For example, we have the hematology center, especially for the leukemia and this type of problems.
La fel, medici specialiști pe ceea ce înseamnă segmentul hematologie pentru persoanele suferinde de leucemie.
For example, there my colleagues are doing the bone marrow transplantations with very successful rates.
Se fac acolo transplanturi de măduvă cu șanse de reușită foarte mari, foarte ridicate.
and our partners have got the kidney transplantation center or organ transplantation center for the kidney, for the liver, for other.
La fel se efectuează cu succes ceea ce înseamnă transplant de rinic, transplant de ficat.
Our main partner is the medical park hospital groups. They have lots of hospital, they have lots of facility, and then we are using their facilities for our patients.
Partenerul este Medical Park Hospitals, care înseamnă de fapt un ansamblu de centre medicale, da, cu care se lucrează.
Da.
Practic nu vorbim de un singur spital, vorbim de mai multe centre medicale, all in Istanbul.
Not only in Istanbul, all over the Turkey, also outside of the Turkey they have some hospitals, but mainly the big hospitals are placed in Istanbul. First of all, we are trying to find the right doctors for the patients, for our patients. When we find the right doctors, we are sending the information and we are trying to produce the right treatment for our patients.
Încearcă să repereze, să găsească doctorii potriviți pentru a găsi și tratamentele adecvate pacienților. Why do you say you have to find the right doctors? What do you mean when you say right doctors?
Yeah. First of all, I said the right diagnosis. A right diagnosis is necessary for the patients, as you know very easily, everybody knows it. First of all, the patient can have a diagnosis in Romania, or patient cannot have a diagnosis still. First of all, if the patient have a diagnosis here, we are confirming with our equipe, with the professors, with the necessary doctors. As I said you 5 minutes ago, we are sending all the medical information to the necessary doctors, need the consultation, and then they are checking them. They are confirming the diagnosis, or they can want extra tests or something like that. When the right diagnosis is clear, we are talking about the treatment.
So the diagnosis is repeated there in Istanbul?
Totally, this service is totally free. When the diagnosis is confirmed, as you know, in medical field, there is not only one treatment for one disease. There can be some choices. There can be some alternative treatments. There can be 1 or 2 or 3 treatments for one disease. And then we are trying to create the best treatment. We are trying to make a decision, best treatments for this patient.
Practic, pacientul primește un diagnostic aici în România, odată ce ajunge în Turcia îi se repetă toate analizele, se constată dacă diagnosticul este sau nu corect. Medicii de specialitate care preiau cazul respectiv stabilesc variantele de tratament în cazul pacientului respectiv, care pot fi multiple.
As you know, I am a doctor. During the process, my role in the company, I'm trying to increase decrease the necessary time for the diagnosis.
Încearcă să reducă, evident, timpul pentru a stabili diagnosticul.
I'm trying to create a proper treatment, proper diagnosis, proper treatment in a very short time.
Încearcă să stabilească un diagnostic și să dea un tratament potrivit într-un timp cât mai scurt, because it's a matter of life and death.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Cases,
time is,
e o chestiune de viață și de moarte.
Especially in some cases, the time is very important. We have to be quick. As a doctor, I am trying to decrease the necessary times. In the other hand,
so the bureaucracy is not a problem there.
No.
Okay.
No, exactly. We don't use any kind of bureaucratic things. In the other hand, when we create a proper treatment, we are trying to create different kind of offers for the patients.
În momentul în care se stabilește tratamentul, se propun pacientului diferite variante de tratament.
Because finally, patient will choose their own doctor.
Pacientul va alege doctorul cu care va merge.
There can be a couple of doctors very good in that field. We are trying to create these offers for the patient. Patient is totally free for their choices.
Pacientul practic este liber să-și aleagă tratamentul, să-și aleagă doctorul cu care va lucra. The patient is free to choose the treatment he wants to or she wants to follow, and the doctor
Doctor, of course. If there are a couple of choices we presented, patient will talk with their doctors. Generally, we are producing a web meeting, Skype meeting with the doctors. Patients can choose very easily their doctors, or they can ask what they want to know about their disease or treatment or something, any other subject, and then they are making a decision for their doctors. Also, for the choice, the hospital.
All these discussions you are talking about are free?
Yes.
Practic vor avea loc discuții cu medicul în varianta online pe Skype și pacientul poate adresa întrebări și poate decide de unul singur cu ce doctor vrea să urmeze, care este tratamentul pe care îl preferă. Bineînțeles, aceste servicii sunt acordate absolut gratuit.
Also, with our partners, the Medical Park Hospital groups, we are trying to create very competitive prices, very lower prices for the patient's benefit. If the people enter our website, they will see some kind of sample prices for some kind of sample operations. They will see what I'm trying to tell them.
Cu siguranță mulți dintre dumneavoastră vă speriați când auziți de ceea ce înseamnă sistem medical acolo în Turcia, pentru că știm cu toții, Turcia este în top 3 în ceea ce privește calitatea serviciilor medicale pe care le oferă. E bine, domnul doctor tocmai ne-a asigurat puțin, v-a asigurat puțin mai devreme că prețurile sunt accesibile oricărui buzunar, așa că nu este motiv de panică, le găsiți acolo pe site-ul despre care am vorbit puțin mai devreme, www.tratamente-turcia.ro. Încearcă să stabilească prețuri care să fie accesibile oricărui posibil pacient.
Yeah. Shortly, I have to tell you something. We are trying to create proper prices, very good hospitals, very good offers, and then I want let the people, let the patients reach these facilities very easily. It is not a luxury things. According to my opinion.
Pacienții au acces la aceste servicii foarte facil, nu sunt niște chestiuni care țin de opulență, de lux, să spun așa, așa cum ne-am putea gândi. Merg în Turcia și plătesc, nu știu, cazare de 5 stele și asta este, nu mă duce buzunarul, prefer să... Nu este așa. Domnul doctor tocmai asta spune, că serviciile medicale sunt în concordanță, să spun așa, cu buzunarele oricărui pacient care vrea să recurgă la ceea ce înseamnă clinici de acolo din Turcia.
Finally, we are trying to create a safe environment for the patients.
This is very important.
Yes,
un mediu foarte sigur pentru pacienți.
And then they have to reach their treatments very easily. Economically must be accessible. These are our goals.
Astea sunt, practic, țintele, să fie benefic din toate punctele de vedere, pornind de la ceea ce înseamnă planul medical, care, bineînțeles, este cel mai important, până la aspectele care țin de legalitate, partea juridică, partea economică și
24 hours services for
și
all the
servicii de 24 din 24 asigurate pacientului care recurge la clinicile, așa cum spuneam,
According
din
to
Turcia.
my believing, I want to tell you something right now. For example, now I am here with you for the interview. I believe the information is everything. The knowledge is everything. For example, as you know, I talk with my colleagues in Turkey. There are some professors in ear nostril specialists or cardiovascular surgeons, plastic surgeons. I invite them to do an interview with you for some medical subjects. For example, one doctor will come here and then talk about for the gastric sleeve surgery, for the bariatric surgery. Another professor can be here for talking about in vitro fertilization. As you know, we want to start as an Observatorul Prahovean will give a service for the patients these informations.
Practic, doamnelor, domnilor, aici, la Observatorul Prahovean, de 2 ori pe lună și poate chiar mai des, vom avea și special guests,
Da.
invitați speciali, vom discuta despre fiecare segment medical în parte. Practic, vom discuta cu ceea ce înseamnă medic ortoped, medic reumatolog, medic cardiolog, medic care se ocupă de chirurgia cardiacă, de exemplu,
Cardiacă sau bariatric surgery, endocrinologic surgery. Right.
Reumatolog, what do you have? Rheumatology, hematology,
All of them.
All of them.
Endocrinologic surgeons,
servicii endocrinologice, pediatrics,
pediatricians.
pediatrie,
There can be some hematolog and an oncolog.
oncologie.
No. They will come here. Also,
All specialties, toate
I chose
specialitățile.
these friends. Each one of them are very famous in their fields. They have lots of medical experience. They have lots of medical articles, and that they have some of them. They are very specialized in some subjects in the medical fields, in their fields.
Practic, aici la Observatorul Prahovean, toți acești medici care sunt specialiști, fiecare pe domeniul său, care au publicat articole, care au numeroase operații la activ, au experiență vastă așadar în spate, vor veni, așa cum vă spuneam, în fața dumneavoastră și vor vorbi fiecare pe specializarea pe care o are. Vom face așadar un maraton, să spun așa, al ceea ce înseamnă specializări și servicii medicale oferite de clinicile din Istanbul, din Turcia.
If our dear followers wants to have any answer of their medical problems, they can write to the Observator Prahovean and they can send an email, and then when the specialists come here, if the question is coming from the hematology, we can ask them. If the problem is, if the question is coming from the orthopedic, we can share with them.
Vom crea așadar o interactivitate între ceea ce înseamnă dumneavoastră și medicul care se va afla în spatele ecranului, să spun așa, în sensul în care spune domnul doctor, dumneavoastră aveți posibilitatea, în funcție de specialitatea medicului care va fi prezent alături de mine, să adresați întrebări și, bineînțeles, să primiți ulterior răspunsuri de la medicul respectiv.
Da. Finally, we are trying to create some kind of solutions for our patients. I believe the medical services is the right for everybody. Everybody has got the right to have a very good medical services.
Serviciile medicale, spune domnul doctor, sunt un drept pe care fiecare dintre noi ar trebuie să-l aibă.
And then I hope our activities will be a sample, will be a very good acts for our patients' healthy futures.
Și speră domnul doctor că toate lucrurile pe care le va face aici vor fi, bineînțeles, în beneficiul pacienților. Mr. Gülseven, tell me please, what did you mean when you said in an interview something about intelligence technologies used there in the clinics in Turkey? What is intelligence technologies?
I said further technologies we are using. For example, robotic surgeries, gamma knife surgery, there can be laser surgeries in different topics we have. In Turkey, as you know, the medical system, especially private medical
You use already robots?
Yes, there is a robotic surgery, is a commonly using.
Se folosește acolo în Turcia deja tot ceea ce înseamnă
using robotic surgery in different operations, for the cardiac operations, for the urologic operations, for different kind of operations, if it is necessary. My colleagues are using the robotic surgeries, of course.
Se folosesc așadar operațiile acolo în Turcia.
There is no only one solution for one disease. There can be different kind of solutions. It depends the patient's age, patient conditions, the grade of the disease. We are trying to create unique solutions for every patient, like a hot couture. This is the
Încearcă să găsească soluții pentru fiecare pacient în parte. Și a făcut și o glumă, domnul doctor, a făcut o asociere așa, e ca și cum te-ai duce și ți-ai comanda o haină haute couture.
Because according to my opinion, there is no 10 ulcer patients. Every patient is unique, and then every patient has got their own story. Every patient must have their own private solutions.
Nu există 10 pacienți la fel, fiecare pacient are propria sa poveste și fiecărui pacient trebuie să-i fie acordat tratamentul individualizat,
exact.
să spun așa, conform problemelor
Individual
pe care
treatment is
yes.
very important. Patients are not numbers.
Pacienții nu sunt numere.
Patients has got name and surname.
That's a good thing to know. Patients are not numbers.
Exactly.
That's your mentality?
Exactly. This is the mentality. This is the main idea of all of my life, actually, behind of these services. I'm trying to create some kind of things beneficiary for the patients.
What can you tell me, Mr. Gusevan, about the doctors? Tell me, please, what's different from the Romanian doctors, for example?
Doctors.
You already told us what's different.
Doctors are same everywhere. Doctors are trying to help the people. Also in Romania, my colleagues
Doctorii sunt la fel și în Turcia și în România,
trying to help the people here. But here, as you know, there are lots of people. Maybe there cannot be much more enough doctors, and the medical system is working under very heavy conditions.
La noi sistemul medical
as you know, nowadays
the
COVID is a very difficult problem.
Problema COVID este una foarte gravă.
Not only in Romania, in all over the world, medical systems are working under heavy conditions. We are offering the people to find the solutions for their medical problems in Turkey.
Încercăm să oferim pacienților soluții la problemele lor medicale acolo în Turcia.
And you asked me what are you thinking about Romanian doctors. I am very happy to be a colleague of them, of course.
We have great doctors here too.
Yeah, of course you have great doctors here. I saw personally their actions in the medical field, what they act with their patients. Of course you have.
Okay, let's make an exercise of imagination. I'm a patient. I have a kidney problem, and I want to be the beneficiary of your services. How do you convince me to come to your clinic with my problem? What do you advise me to do?
There can be two different scenarios in that subject. For example, if you have a kidney
access
problem,
your website first of all.
You can call our telephone number. You can talk with Miss Andrea, and then Miss Andrea will ask you some questions about your name, surname, and then what kind of problem you have.
My medical history?
Yes, your medical history. If you have a medical history, if you have a diagnosis, first of all, we want to take your permission for sharing your medical history with, for example, the urologist or what kind of doctor you need for the proper diagnosis and treatment.
Bun, i-am propus domnului doctor să facem un exercițiu de imaginație. Am o problemă, să spunem, la rinic și vreau să apelez la serviciile medicilor de acolo din Istanbul. Domnul doctor mi-a spus că nu trebuie decât să dau un telefon, va fi preluat apelul, mi se vor cere câteva informații, apoi istoricul medical cu acordul meu, bineînțeles.
With your permission, of course. We need your permission, first of all. And then when we take your medical history, medical anamnesa, we are sharing your anamnese, your medical history with the necessary specialist or specialists. And then we are trying to confirm your diagnosis, maybe there can be another medical problems. After this consultation, we are doing actually consultation. And after this consultation, they are sending us a result, diagnosis or diagnoses. There can be multiple problems for one patient. We are sharing these informations with you. If the consultation result came, the patient needs extra test or something like that, we are
I
trying...
have to be there.
Yes,
I have to be there.
you are totally in your home, right, till now. And then, if the consultation results come to us, the patient needs these tests or extra investigations. We are preferring to do these investigations here for the patient's benefit, and then we are sending again with these results, and then we are reaching the final diagnosis.
When do I have to
Final
come there
opening.
to your clinic?
After this final diagnosis, we are inviting you to our place, to our clinic, and then I am talking face-to-face with you, and then we are sharing this information also with our colleagues, and they are, of course, sending us some kind of treatment offers. We are sharing with you these treatment offers. For example, if you have a renal stone, kidney stone, if you need the surgery or ultrasonic lithotripsy, without surgery we can break your stones. We are sharing all the medical information with you, and then we are doing a decision together with you. You are asking to us, what is this, what is the risk of this disease, how many days I will stay in the hospital, or what kind of doctors will give the anesthesia to me, or this type of things we are doing.
Practic, ceea ce spune domnul doctor este că există un dialog permanent între ceea ce înseamnă pacient și cadre medicale de acolo. În momentul în care se solicită informațiile, un grup de medici se reunesc, stabilesc un diagnostic comun, stabilesc o schemă de tratament care ulterior este dată pacientului, pacientul alege calea pe care vrea să o urmeze, ulterior se prezintă la fața locului și se stabilește, cum spuneam, o intervenție.
At this point, I want to tell you something. In some cases, diagnosis cannot be clear. In this type of cases, also we are arranging a trip to our medical centers in Turkey for the diagnosis.
A trip? What
for the medical, the patients are going to Istanbul, Turkey, for putting the diagnosis, because diagnosis cannot be clear sometimes.
Diagnosticul nu se poate întâmpla să nu fie.
Collaborators, our colleagues can want to do an examination. The patients can do some extra tests,
supplementary,
some kind of pathology, some kind of biopsy, or any other things can be necessary. Also, if the patient needs to confirm the diagnosis, they can use our medical services for the diagnosis. Because for the right treatment, first of all, we have to have right diagnosis. If you don't have right diagnosis, you cannot talk about the right treatment.
So there's not one doctor who decides that's the diagnosis.
Of course, we are talking a couple of doctors for the right diagnosis. First of all, if the
it's a teamwork.
Yes, it's a teamwork, exactly. Because in lots of cases, for example, for the bariatric surgery, I want to give a sample to you. Patients are generally obese. They can have some kind of medical problems, for example, diabetes, high blood pressure, any cardiac problems or something like that.
Domnul doctor vorbește acum de ceea ce înseamnă intervențiile bariatrice, persoanele supraponderale care trebuie foarte atent monitorizate pentru că pot avea probleme de diabet, pot suferi de diabet, pot avea probleme în ceea ce privește circulația sanguină. Și atunci intervenția chirurgicală trebuie făcută cu foarte, foarte multă atenție.
If you continue to talk about this example, for example, you cannot send this patient directly to surgery. First of all, in the surgery, the patients will take an anesthesia, and then surgery is a stress for the metabolism in the same time. There is a risk, there are some risk for this. We have to minimize all the risk. This is the reason, for example, this type of persons, we are talking with the specialist of endocrinology. if they have the diabetes. Also, we are talking with the dietitian because after the operation, patients must know what they will eat or what they will not eat or something like that. Patients can have some cardiac problems. Also, we are doing the consultation with cardiologists. Also, we are talking with the anesthetist there.
În cazul unor astfel de pacienți se discută cu ceea ce înseamnă în cazul în care există probleme legate de diabet, se discută cu medicul diabetolog, se discută cu un medic nutriționist, se discută cu un medic cardiolog, pentru că la persoanele supraponderale știm cu toții problemele cardiace sunt cam 90% existente sau, mă rog, nu știu exact, I don't know the percent, but the person who want this kind of surgery, they have cardiac
This
problems.
is my role. I am doing the medical connections with my colleagues as a doctor.
Se creează întotdeauna conexiuni între doctori. It's a teamwork.
Never ever we don't want to send any patients to other country with the cardiac problems or any other problems for the surgery, and then they will tell, okay, you are not able to do this surgery. We are trying to check everything here first, and then when we are sure the patient is able to do surgery, and then patient will have the benefit for this procedure, then we are sending them. Also, at the final process, our patients are able to talk with their surgeon or with their doctors in Turkey in the Skype.
Există și posibilitatea de a discuta pacientul de aici, din România, de a discuta cu medicul său online, prin varianta Skype.
Yeah. And then finally, if the patient decided to go there, medically, financially, everything is clear. When the patient wants to go there, our partners are preparing all the conditions, accommodations, how many days will stay in hospital, what kind of doctors will see them. In the other hand, there is a native Romanian speakers.
They have translators.
Yes, they have translators. Native Romanian speakers.
Practically, when they arrive at the airport,
there's a VIP transport unit.
Transport?
Yes, and they are transporting to their hotel, their hospital, or between hospital and hotel. All of them are included the price.
Practic, în momentul în care ajungeți acolo în Turcia, domnul doctor spune că există o echipă care preia fiecare pacient și asigură tot ceea ce ține de partea de acomodare, cazare, inclusiv traducere în limba română.
Also, our prices for all included. Only the patients are paying the flying tickets.
Pacienții plătesc biletul de avion.
All the prices there you will see in our website. Accommodation is included.
Și tot ceea ce înseamnă servicii de acomodare, da?
For example, if there is a gastric sleeve surgery is 2,500 euro. 2,500 euro, for example, it means hospital and then hotel accommodations, everything is included. Also, translator, transport, and everything is included.
Într-o sumă de 2500 de euro sunt asigurate toate aceste facilități, toate aceste servicii.
Exact. I try to simplify the patients' job, patients' problems. Every patient can think where I will stay or how I will reach the.
This is all in one place. Yes. You make sure that all these services.
All the services in one price.
Package.
One package. This is the package system. I thought it can be much more simple for our patients.
Simplify the patients.
Also, they can choose their own accommodations, of course, whatever they want.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For all these informations. I can't wait to speak with the first doctor,
Yes.
Who will we?
Yes, a big probability next week we will meet our first doctor from our partner Medical Park Hospital Group.
Așadar, suntem la sfârșit de octombrie, la începutul lunii noiembrie. Ne vom întâlni cu primul doctor pe care invitatul meu, domnul doctor Murat Gülseven, îl va aduce în fața dumneavoastră, urmăritorilor Observatorul Prahovean. Eu vă mulțumesc și dumneavoastră că ne-ați urmărit. Thank you very much, Dr. Gülseven, for being here, for sharing all this information with us. What can I say? It was a pleasure to talk to you. I'm sure we will have a great collaboration.
And thank you for your kind invitation. And I have to thank you for giving
You're
this
welcome.
chance to explanation our services. Thank you so much.
And I cannot wait to talk to your doctors. I'm sure they are fabulous.
Next week we will start.
Ok, thank you very much again. Vă mulțumesc și dumneavoastră că ne-ați fost alături. Așadar, tratamente medicale de top în Turcia, www.tratamente-turcia.ro este website-ul pe care deja îl puteți accesa pentru a afla informații de ceea ce înseamnă servicii medicale în Turcia. Așa cum vă spuneam aici, la Observatorul Prahovean, începând din luna noiembrie, chiar din a doua zi, dacă nu mă înșel, la lunii noiembrie, vom avea primul material cu primul medic care va furniza informații legate de serviciile medicale de acolo din Turcia. Vă mulțumesc încă o dată că ne-ați fost alături. Vă doresc o după-amiază plăcută în continuare. La revedere!